Two. What is up, man? Shout out to everybody out there. Happy Friday. I hope you are having a fantastic Friday, man. Now, I know y'all see the title of the video, man. Nobody needs the streets, except for the rats. You know what I mean? When I say rats, I'm talking literal sewer rats and mouse. You know what I mean? Those type vibes. Now, I'm doing this live to kind of follow up on a K Flock situation. I did do a reaction video on my other channel. It wasn't a very lengthy reaction just because I knew it would be a lot more reactions to this. But, just to touch on, the situation of him getting slammed. You know what I mean? First and foremost, it's like New York gun laws are very strict, bro. Self-defense over there is it's like a very thin line. Not even a line, like a scribble. You know what I mean? You're not really allowed to have firearms out there, so a lot of people carry knives. That was the first mistake. Now, this is just for any kid, bro, that's currently in the streets, bro. Um, you need to leave the streets today, Junior. I don't know how you gonna do it. You gotta figure it out, man. You might have to stop hanging out with whoever you hang out with. You might have to move. You're gonna have to do something, because a lot of you guys want to be like NBA YoungBoy, man. 4K trade this. A lot of y'all, want to be like guys from O Block, and I'm here to tell y'all, bro, like you don't need to be like any of those guys. You just need to be yourself, you know, because once they slam you like this, like they just gave this man 30 years. He not coming out till he about 50. You know what I'm saying? So imagine going to prison, bro, for 30 years. Now, bro, most people don't really think about a lot of stuff when it comes to prison, bro. Um, Personally, look, I ain't never been to prison. I'm not gonna get on here and say, yeah, bro, I did 10 years. Bro, I don't never, ever want to go to prison. Now, my older cousin, he went there for 3 years. Yeah, this guy mentored me in the sense of giving me the source on a lot of stuff in life. And it's like he told me, he's like, yo, bro, Sosa, it's the most uncomfortable place to be. You know what I mean? First thing you do before you get in there, they violate you. You know what I'm saying? The guards, they strip everybody naked, man. You know what I mean? Now, for those of you, this is where the first violation starts before you even get in there, fool. They make everybody strip, bend over. They gotta make you cough. They gotta look in your bun. You know what I'm saying? So just to put that in perspective, that's like the first violation right there. Before you get to prison, you gotta take all your clothes off. You gotta bend over. They gotta look in your ass, bro. All the youngins. If you're in favor of that, bro, keep doing what you're doing, bro. If you're not in favor of that, cut that shit out now. Otherwise, what happened to K Flock is basically they call it a deterrent. Now, what a deterrent is, it's like, okay, we know you're doing all this activities, you're acting bad, you're doing all of this. Now we're gonna do something to you that's gonna prevent anyone else from continuing this lifestyle. So personally, they made an example out of K Flock. Either that or they wanted him to take some type of deal relating to the music. Because you gotta remember, K Flock not just a regular dude. Like he's a famous dude out there. So maybe he got 30 years because he didn't take whatever deal they was offering him to take with the music. Maybe he was gonna have to come out and, start doing what is called the zesty, what you would call it? The zesty, I don't know, man. You know what I'm talking about, man. The zesty vibes, man. Something. You know what I'm saying? And maybe he didn't want to take that, but regardless of that, it's like K Flock is doomed, bro. You wanna know why K Flock is doomed? K Flock is doomed because, dude, K Flock about as skinny as me, fam. I weigh like 160 solid. You know what I mean? I don't got a lot of percentage body fat. Personally, look, I think I look good, bro. You should too. Honestly, a guy like me, I couldn't go to prison. You feel me? And I say that because, bro, K Flock, he looks like a pretty boy. K Flock look like he could be Jay Single's cousin. So all the youngins right now that are 4K Trey and old Blockians, bro, if you don't have the top hands, when I say the top hands, I'm talking about you like really could fight, bro. And a lot of y'all can't really fight like that, bro. I'm telling you, right now, if you're in the streets, you're going hard, you're going dumb, you better make sure you could really fight. You know what I'm saying? Because once you get locked up, that's all you're gonna have until you make your way around and learn how to make shanks and the Glock dookies or whatever. You're gonna have to use your fist, and depending on how you look, bro, I'm not gonna lie, you like a fresh meal. I'm not trying to be funny, bro, but if I get in there, I'm a fresh meal. If you look somewhat decent and you get in there, you a fresh meal. You know what I'm saying? And when I say you're a fresh meal, most people don't talk about this part of going to prison. Like if you're attractive in any sense, it's like, bro, it's a predator in there that's gonna want you. And you're gonna have to defend yourself against that. Because it happens more often than less, bro. This is what most people don't talk about when they get out there. Bro, K Flock is gonna have to fight regularly, bro. Otherwise, he's gonna look like a fresh meal. Dude is light skinned with the tattoos, the nice head. They looking at bro like he a IG model. Cause bro, I'm telling you, there's guys in there that's never coming out. There's guys in there, they've lost interest in women, bro. Cause that all they see is men. You dig what I'm saying? All they see is men. And any guy that's worked in like a construction job or has worked at the airport, you understand the animosity and tension that's like amongst a bunch of men, because it's so much masculinity, bro. Working at the airport, bro, it feel like jail, prison. Cause bro, it's mad dudes, mad different personalities. Some of these dudes, they come to work and they want to be the toughest ramp agent every day. They come in there like this every day. Like, yeah. There's other guys who come to work. They want to bully somebody at work. Bro, I done seen, working at the airport, bro, I done seen dudes fight inside the zone, bro. These dudes arm wrestling and it turned to like wrestling and it turned to one person slamming the other. I done personally been ready to fight at my job. At the airport. Like more than once, like 2 or 3 times. Two times it was regular employees. Other time it was a supervisor. And I'm using this as an example because I used to think like, yo, dang, yo, bro, it's just too many dudes in here, bro. And there's like a little percentage of women that work there. And bro, when new women came in, dog, it was like dudes was acting like dogs. Like I'm talking about, cause occasionally we'll get women from other states to come train in our state. These dudes, when the new women came in, bro, they went ballistic. You know what I mean? And it all just gave me prison vibes, bro. Because when I envisioned going to work, bro, I couldn't even be like the chill, cool, smooth guy all the time, bro. Certain zones I went to, I had to be on some, I ain't even here to talk. I ain't here to laugh. I ain't here to do nothing but work. You know what I mean? Because of the personnel that was in that zone. And the zones was like a small room, bro. Like by the size of this room. What's up, dude? So I just understood, like, dang, being in prison or jail, you gotta have a different demeanor to you, bro. Cause it was certain zones I could go to, I could be relaxed. We listening to music, we having fun. Shout out to my man Yassine. We having a vibe in there, bro. It's other zones I go to, bro. I feel like I'm about to fight 4 out of 5 people in there, just cause of how they looking at me or, the stares they giving me. And this is what you're gonna experience when you go to prison regularly. You're gonna, bro, you're gonna experience this 10 times more than you would when you go outside because that's the environment. You know, so any youngin that's in the streets, bro, if you don't have the best fighting hands, you don't really know how to throw them things, bro, get out of the streets because you're gonna have to fight in prison. Don't have some attractiveness to you appeal to you, bro. Because once you get in there, there's dudes looking at you like you one of the IG models. Yeah, man, the weather's been crazy, Dean. I don't know, man. I feel like we gonna have to see, man, through this whole winter how things go because the weather been crazy. Where I've been at too is raining, it's snowing, then it's negative below, and then everything freezes over. You know, I ain't never really seen it snow in the wintertime, so I'm thrown off. But just for the youngins, man, this just a wake up call. Like what happened to K Fly can happen to any of you guys, and somebody giving you 30 years, bro, you gotta be in there with a bunch of grown men for 30 years. Dude, you want to know why everybody lift weights in prison, bro? It's because they have to. Don't get me wrong. There's guys who don't lift weights in there. The guys who don't lift weights in there, they getting beat up regularly, bro. Unless they got the Javante Davis, because when I say Trevante Davis, Jamal, Bud Crawford, these guys are not like beefy guys. They just know how to really fight. You dig what I'm saying? But there's guys in there, bro. They gotta lift weights to up their weight because, bro, they look like kids compared to the other guys is in there. Some of these dudes is in there. They got triple biceps, triple shoulders, triple neck. You know what I mean? But I'm talking about these dudes in there bigger than the NFL players. You feel me? So imagine a confrontation with one of those guys. It's like you gotta be on some David and Goliath type time. You heard? You need one of them stones. But I'm laughing because this shit is true. Like, listen, it's a lot of dudes that go to jail looking like me, bro. I'm a slim, slender guy with like 160. You know what I mean? Them dudes coming out 400, at least 350, 300 pounds. Because they in there eating that iron. And they eating that iron because they gotta up their mass against everybody in there. Bro, it's big dudes in there, bro. I remember, bro, I'm gonna tell y'all a story, bro. This guy, he had to be a terrorizer in prison, bro. This dude like 6'8", bro. I'm working at the gas station. I'm working with this goofy ass named Ray, bro. This guy's a goof troop. When I say a goof troop, this guy, you can't depend on this guy for nothing. So it's me and Ray working in there, bro. The OG, he like an OG, had to be like 60, 50. But he comes in angry. He like, hey, yo, what's up, young nigga? Let me get the Newport 100. So I'm like, oh, shit. What's going on? You feel me? So I'm like, all right, one second, boss. So I get the Newport 100. You know, I call people that's out of their mind, boss, to simmer them down. You feel me? So I get the Newport 100. He like, how much is it? I'm like, it's like 14 something. So he's like, all right, bet. So he give me the money. But it's like every word out of his mouth was aggressive. Like he was ready to beat a nigga up. So when Ray, my co-worker who's to the left, he sees that, bro, he runs to the back. Like when I say run, I'm talking about scurry to the back. The OG like, yeah, man, y'all need to stop charging too much for these Newports, man. So I'm like, yeah, OG, I wish I could slim the price, but that's not really up to me. He like, I know that already. I'm just saying. So I'm like, yeah, for sure. You know what I mean? At that point, I realized, like, yo, ain't no having no cool conversation with this man. We just, bro, like 6'8". I'm talking about he had to be like 350. Solid. Look like he had just punched me one time. And I will fall behind the counter and lights out. Ray, bro, I'm talking about, bro was a big dude. Like one of them, he looked like an enforcer, bro. He could have been in one of the the Avengers movies as like an extra bad guy or some shit. But bro, I'm talking about as soon as Ray peeped that, he ran to the back. And Ray like at least 6'1", 6'2". He could at least put up a fight, you know what I mean? But Dean, I'm not gonna lie. This OG, you know, I observe I observe stature, but I also observe eyes and demeanor. You know what I'm saying? This one of them OGs where it's like you just wanna drop them. You not you gonna have to really be, you know, fully mastered in the hands to really drop this guy, bro. And this is the type of activity or demeanor you gonna have to put up with out there regularly when you get 30 years. You gonna have to fight these type guys. Or they're gonna bully you and turn you to their, you know, bitch behind bars. So as a young dude, a lot of you young dudes, you guys are not fighters, bro. You don't fight people, you use guns. You're not gonna have access to that. K Flock is gonna have to fight for 30 years because he looks like a pretty boy. People are gonna try him. Yeah, they know what he did. Dude, when you get to prison jail, nobody really cares what you was doing out here. They don't care. They might hear your stories and be like, yeah, that's cool, whatever. But in there, it's like you don't have access to what you had out here. So in there is all about fighting. It's all about fighting, bruh. Dude, if they could do a statistic count of how many fights occur a day behind bars, bro, it would be a astronomical number, bro. My cousin, my older cousin that did 3 years, he said he had to beat up a Mexican dude in the shower. Cause dude tried him at a different time, and you know he got the best of him. So he like, man, f that. I had to get he like Sosa. I had to get him in the shower. I'm like, man, you had to fight him in the shower. He like, yeah, bro, cause that was the only time I had before the guards would come in. Buddy tried me earlier. Imagine you got to fight a dude in the shower. Ain't that crazy? He like, cuz I ain't even going there to shower. You know, I went in there, had my stuff on. You know what I mean? I told a couple of my guys, keep a lookout. You know what I mean? Waiting on Buddy to get ready. You know, do his thing. So that I seen I doing, I ran over there, boss on him. Boom, 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 bing, 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 bing. Imagine you showering, right? And somebody comes side this shit out. Bro, it's like barbaric. I'm not trying to laugh, but it's like, dog, I can't imagine trying to shower and then I'm getting beat up trying to trying to take a shower. It's like, okay, I'm just trying to freshen up. I might not even take a shower in that hole. I might go musty for 30 years. But I'm only trying to make humor out of the situation because this shit is serious, bro. This shit is serious. You know, nobody really needs to be in the street. And a lot of these guys, when they get booked, like K Flock, when he got booked, yeah, it was self-defense in a sense, but you got to know the laws of where you stand. New York, you can't have guns like that. So the fact that, you know, he kind of beat that case, but guess what happened? The state came back, was like, nah, this man, he's had a street credibility for years and years and years. So we're going to get him with the RICO. Now, that's important because, bro, a lot of you youngins, they're going to hit y'all with the RICO, bro. Once they hit y'all with the RICO, it's like they could literally do anything. They could literally do anything. And personally, look, they said K Flock was supposed to get 50 years, bro. They knocked it down to 30. That's because he's K Flock. He's like a celeb. You know, his lawyer was able to pull some strings. I'm not K Flock. If I'm doing those activities, bro, they giving me life. You as a young dude, they're gonna give you life. You're not a popular rapper. You don't even got enough money to get the Jewish lawyers. The Jewish attorneys are ones that'll get them sentences down, you know, get you them good deals. Everybody else, if they ain't got strings, they pretending. Cause this how the court system works. So, bro, none of the young dudes need the streets, bro. Y'all don't need the streets. Y'all need to focus on being more productive in life, businesses, ideas. Cause bro, once y'all get behind bars, it's two things that gotta happen. You either die in there or you fight your way out. A lot of people die in jail, prison. They families can't go find out what happened to them. You can hire a private investigator, but it's like by the time the private eye get there, everything been scrubbed, you know, because they don't want your family to know like, hey, you man, your son died in a fight. They don't want your family to know somebody came and stabbed you in the neck. Look how they try to do Tory. I mean, he's a celeb. So it's like if they doing him like that, what they gonna do to you? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I want all you guys to wake up because it's like, bro, pay attention. Something like this happening to the rapper K Flock in New York, bro. It's like a wake up call. The system is telling y'all, look, we gonna slam y'all asses. Y'all want to do this street life stuff, gang leader stuff. We're gonna slam you. K Flock attorney was trying to claim he didn't have the mental intelligence to be a part of a gang or be a leader, but it's like his activities say otherwise. Let me give you an example of your activities, bro. Every one of us leaves a trail, regardless if we want to or not, right? Now, let's take the streets away for a second. Let's put work. Let's say you a worker, you always there 5 minutes early, you always there for your shift, you never call in. You have a trail. Your activity trail is like, this person is reliable. This person is someone we can count on. Now, let's say we got the opposite person. You late all the time, you call in all the time. Your trail is you're unreliable. Your activity shows you're unreliable. So even though K Flock attorney saying this guy is not smart enough to be a gang leader, bro, they went back and looked at the evidence like, hold on, this man's catching the body here, 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 here. Hold on, he's posting this. Nah, this guy has full capability to be a gang leader. So you can't run from your activity, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? Your activity is gonna show what you're up to, how you're thinking, and how you're moving. So once they saw that, they said, nah, we can't let this man out, even though he beat the first body, which is what he was arrested for. They're like, nah, we gotta hit him with something. And they hit him with the RICO. And bro, in most criminal cases, once they're looking at someone who's a potential suspect for something, maybe they might not have enough evidence, but guess what the state does? They go back and see, oh, look, this guy had a gun charge. We could bring that up to arrest him, to question him, to then try to get some evidence out of him, extract some. This is how it works. So you're not really escaping nothing in a sense if you're in the streets doing bad, committing murders, committing crimes, robberies. Bro, all that shit has a trail. They're gonna find all that shit. We don't live in the 1990s no more where it's like, it ain't, bro, it's cameras everywhere, bro. It's cameras literally everywhere, fool. You guys don't need to be in the streets, bro, because you basically saying, arrest me. And it's like, dude, as a person, right now, you might not have $1 million, but you have something that's the best thing in the world. Freedom, bro. You can't never put a price on freedom. You get what I'm saying? Like right now, let's say me and you and another person, we go to the zoo and we let all the animals out the zoo, bro. Those animals are gonna be happy. Some of them probably have been conditioned, to like that environment, but you give them the option of freedom, bro, they're gonna be ecstatic. Right now, we go to all the prisons and say, who ready to get out today? Everyone is gonna raise their hands like me. They might even have a riot, to see who gets to go first. It's gonna be a melee for who's getting out first. But right now, you have that opportunity. You out here right now. I'm free right now. This is the best thing in the world. I don't got nobody telling me I gotta wake up at a certain time. I don't got nobody telling me when I gotta go eat. I don't got nobody telling me what I could wear. I don't got nobody telling me what time to go to bed. You feel what I'm saying? And then the worst part about prison that y'all don't pay attention to is like, yo, bro, they slaving y'all in that hole. Yo, they slaving everyone. Dude, when I say they slaving everyone, bro, they're slaving everyone. Because a lot of dudes is out here in the streets trapping, hitting licks. You know what I mean? Trying to get to that guala, that guap, that breach, you feel me, huh? Real trap star shit, yeah. You don't want to work a normal job where you can make the same money, but when you get to prison, you gotta fucking work. You gotta work. You know what I mean? You gotta work making, shout out to MKS. He said, yo, they make license plates in there. I ain't even know. You gotta make these license plates, fool. You gotta make the socks. You gotta make the belts, cause they make a lot of stuff behind bars, bro. Don't get it confused. But you in there working for cents, dollars, not even not even equivalent to the minimum wage out here, bro. They got you in there working for 60 cents, bro. 70 cents, a dollar maybe, you know what I mean? $1.69. You get paid $1.69 for 8 hours out there. You really want that life? You really want to be in there slave getting slaved? You really want to be in there working for 60 cents, a dollar? When you could work out here for at least $16? Like, come on, bro. $16, a dollar, $16. Which one you picking? You know? And I want the young boys, the youngins, the YNs, bro, to be smart. Start looking at the system setup. It's like a setup. It's like, dude, there's only two things gonna happen to you when you get behind bars. You die or you make it out. Or you turn into a fruit cup. Because people are there to turn you out. You know what I mean? It's a lot of heinous stories that I feel like the media doesn't allow to make the news or make the internet because it would deter a lot of people from going to jail, bro. It's a lot of heinous stories of people getting taken advantage of, and then it messes them up psychologically. I don't know if y'all ever seen the movie American History X. If you have never seen that movie, American History X, go and watch the movie. Go and watch the movie. It's like a full breakdown of how prison works, how the streets in prison don't really correlate, but it's a result of you getting in prison. You know what I mean? They don't really correlate, bro. It's like, it's just a full result of where you end up. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the youngins, bro, you guys look up to all these guys. It's like, oh, bro, these guys got lawyers, bro. These guys got money. Some of these guys are a part of a big, brotherhood to where they get in a big situation like that. They not doing 30 years. Lawyer gonna meet with the judge like, yo, judge, what's up with my client, man? You know me and you go all the way back to middle school, right? You know I got that information on you, right? You know I'm gonna let that out if you don't give my man a break, right? Judge be like, yeah, Brian, we're good buddies, we're good pal. Tell you what, I'll make sure this guy doesn't get the life sentence. But he does have to be on probation. I gotta make this look good somehow, Brian. Can't just give him no charges. Brian says, of course, Judge, I understand. But I need the bare minimum on this, all right? And this will take care of that favor you owe me. If your lawyer ain't talking like that, bro, you're done. You're done. And most of these dudes that are celebs, like Young Thug, he got one of the best attorneys, bro. I'm telling you, bro. If y'all forget everything I'm saying, just look at the YSL Rico. Them dudes got attorneys on deck that's going to lunch with the judges, bro. K Flock, his attorney kind of in there a little bit. That's why he took the 20 extra years. He took the 20 extra years off. Because that man wasn't going to come until he was 70. But his lawyer managed to take 20 extra years off because they were going to give this man 50 years. 50 years? That is crazy. I can't even factor in 30. Like, factor in a 30-year bid. That's a crazy bid. And I hate for that to be a lot of you young dudes. A lot of you young dudes, y'all skinny, y'all look like me, bro. Y'all look like King Von and shit like that. Y'all look like K Flock. Going to prison, that's not the place for you. You're going to have to hit the weights. You're going to have to get mad aggressive. You got to walk around. What you looking at, man? Don't be looking at me like that, bro. You can't walk around in there laughing like yeah. They gonna think you soft. You gotta be in there like, yeah, what's up, man? What's up? Bruh. I'm laughing because imagine having to be like that 24/7, bro. That I feel like that's hard work. You know what I'm saying? I like to laugh, have fun. You know what I mean? Talk a little trash. You can't even talk trash in there. Only thing you gotta do is be on survival mode in there, especially if you a guy like me that's 160, skinny. Now I gotta beef up. Why? Cause man, I'm looking at big guys walk around this junk. Dude look like they play in the NFL. Now I gotta beef up. Now I gotta run multiple phases a day. I ain't know I was signing up to be a boxer, you know. But these are all the things you gotta endure when you get behind bars. Minus the the freak allegations and the predators, bro. That's another thing. You know what I'm saying? So if you's a young dude, bro, let this be a lesson to you, bro. You don't need to be in the streets. What have you accomplished? What have you accomplished? All right, let me answer that, because some of y'all gonna say, yeah, why yes, I got some rank in my man. I'm ranked up. I'm ranked up. Yeah, you ranked up, right? You ranked up, yeah. Bro, who gives a shit? My cousin was ranked up. My older cousin, he was ranked up. He big folks. He get locked up. That rank ain't really help him get through the bid, because he top talking to him directly. Bro, nobody was really calling him. Nobody sent them bread for real. Even when he got out, the reason he did the bid is because they wanted to get information on somebody else, but he didn't give it up. But when he got out, this man that he did 3 years for was a freaking bum. I say a bum, my boy ain't even have a band to get a cousin, 2 bands, 3 bands, because this is what having rank to get you, When you ranked up in your little set, in your hood or whatever, you do a bid, you come back, they like, yo, he did the bid. Yo, here's some bread for you, man. Here's a sack. Cuzzle came out, but it wasn't none of that. So who cares about your rank? My boy, I got rank on COD Mobile. I'm ranked up there. Like, you could be ranked up at work. You know what I'm saying? That little ass rank for being in the streets is nothing. That rank don't even get you nothing. It just get a bunch of people that's fake, deride you, but when you go away, they forget about you. They don't even think twice. Some of the dudes, they be like, yeah, you my brother, hey, yo, free him, free him, free him. Them dudes don't never put money on that free him books. They don't even answer that call. Everybody know what call I'm talking about, a collect call that come from prison where they say, press 1 to accept the charges. I'm talking to Cuzzo regularly, like, yo, Cuzzo, you good? Man, what you been doing in there? You spitting bars? He telling me he ain't heard from some of his main guys that he was riding with, doing all this shit with. And this is real, bro. And I'm glad to see that firsthand, because I was part of a little clique where some of the same dudes would be like, man, yo, man, this dude was the realest. Now they're talking about people that is currently locked up that used to move with them. Like, man, he was the realest, man. Now he doing a 30-year bid. It's like they glorify the story. But these dudes that's glorifying the story of somebody being locked up don't even send no bread on the books. Don't even call them, fool. And that's not everyone, but I'm saying, bro, that's like the majority of your friends, bro. You not gonna believe me? Just get locked up, man. Majority of your friends like, yeah, you the realest, bro. You the illest, bro. If anything happened for you, bro, I got you, bro. I swear on my life, bro. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there for you, bro. Like on everything, bro. We go to the sandbox, bro. Cap. Them fools not gonna call you. They not answering your collect call. They not accepting the charges. They not putting money on your books. Only a few gonna do that. It's a few. Small percentage, maybe 15 and 20, bro. So if you's a young dude, learn from K-Fly situation, man. Look, you don't need the streets. Only thing you need to do in the streets is cross the sidewalk or drive on that mug. You know what I'm saying? That shit is dead. It's been dead since 2012. It's been dead since 2012, bro. 2012 is the streets died. One of my unks, he had to do a bid because somebody he used to serve told on him. Imagine somebody you serve telling on you, bro. They need this work. But that was like in 2012. And take this from somebody that's talking directly to a trapper. This is a real trap star. He did a mad bid. A mad bid. When I said mad bid, my man said he did consecutive, like 5. Then he did another 4. He damn near did a 10-year bid. You feel me? And this wasn't because he got caught by the police. It's like someone ratted on him. Somebody was working with the feds. And a lot of you dudes that's running around with your partners, with the Dracos, with the switches, bro, a few of them boys is working with the feds. This is why you need to get out the streets. You can go become a trainer. You know what I mean? A lot of you guys that's in the streets, bro, y'all just got to join the army, gang. We need y'all on the front lines ready to blast some shit. You know what I mean? Or get into UFC because you got too much aggression and trauma that you got to get out. And I don't say that to be funny. I say that with all seriousness. If you're not joining the Marines from being in the streets, let's say you like shooting at guys, bro, go to the army. Over there, you ain't got to do jail time. They going to cater to you, give you bread, look out for you. But y'all need to start learning from this K-Flock situation. Because half of y'all ain't got K-Flock bread or lawyers. You know, 30 years is a lot of years, but he lucked up. They was trying to slam this guy into the grave. You feel me? And if you's a young dude, listen, bro, I got love for you. You got more potential than being in the streets, man. At some point in time, look, I was trapping. I thought trapping was like the way to life. But in reality, I just like selling stuff. You feel me? It took me a while to realize that I really like sales, bro. Some of you motherfuckers out there, y'all really like sales, bro. What do I mean? Like you just like selling things. Even though you selling the wrong things right now, exchange it for better product. And I don't mean drugs. I mean, replace the drug with product, brother. Because at some point, I'm like, yo, bro, I'm the trap star of the year. Then I had to come to my senses because I could have got deported. Like, nah, hold on. I think I just like being a salesman. You know what I mean? I'm a seller, bro. I'm selling everything to everyone. I could go to Antarctica and sell the penguins ice. You feel me? Like, that's my vibe. So at that point, I'm like, okay, I need to focus on sales, not the drugs. So as a YN, start opening your mind up. Your mind too closed because you're around all the buffoons all day, bro. Buffoons are guys that don't want to do nothing but ride around and then be validated to get their rank up. This ain't COD, bro. This ain't the game. This is real life. You want to rank up in life, be productive. You feel me? Don't look at K-Flock and be like that, man, because you get behind that bars, boy, you're going to have to turn it. You're going to have to be you got to be GT in that junk. Otherwise, they're going to be folding you like a lawn chair. Because this dude's in there, they got the Glock Dookies, the Shank 23s, and they 350 pounds, you heard? You know what I'm saying? They 6'7". You damn near gotta, you gotta turn into Horang from Tekken in that motherfucker. How you could? If you not on that time, it's over. It's done. And I say that with all kids, because I know if I go in there, these same rules apply to me. They apply to me. I gotta be on some, you know what I mean? Ride you type of time, man. But look, I love y'all, man. Stay safe, bro. Look, stay out the streets, man. If you trapping drugs, listen, nobody ever told your ass, but you just like being a salesman, bro. You know what I mean? That's all it is. Find a new product and give money that way. You know what I mean? Find one thing and flip it 1,000,000 times, bro. You be a millionaire. You know, I love y'all. I'm out of here, man.